Welcome! Thanks for coming today. So I'm Krista, but I think all of you already know that. So thank you for coming. This is my first Pampered Chef show, so bear with me, maybe through a few stutters. So today we're going to be making bacon artichoke dip on baguettes that turned out fabulous. I tried the recipe to ensure that it was actually something that I would like to share, and I was amazed at how well it turned out, and now I don't have to go out to Topless to get it now, basically, because I think it's kind of something similar that you get out at the restaurant. So I joined Pampered Chef because of my friend Lois. She was going through some things and she joined, and it helped her out a lot, and it made sense to her. And so she was telling me, with my closing of Scrapville, this might be something that would be exciting and a way to still have my business, but wouldn't be something that I had to go to a store and manage every day. And so I said, well, let me get some of the products and try them out and see what I like, and think about it. And then probably about a week later I said, okay, I'm in, let's do it. So here I am, a few months later, after going to my first Pampered Chef show, and literally my first buying of ever Pampered Chef, ever utilizing it. I had never used anything before February, but I have enjoyed the recipes that I've tried so far. Are very good, they're easy, things that you can find at any grocery store, which is nice, not super expensive, but I feel like the end result is a great bang. So that made me go, okay, they're not trying to overdo something either. They're trying to make it simple for anybody to be able to be a Pampered Chef. So that's kind of where I'm at. And then Kate is our lead director for the area. And Kate was so nice to bring a pineapple slicer today. That's going to show you how easy we can do a pineapple. So we're going to start with that. So you guys have some munchies while I talk and cook. How many of you have ever been to a Pampered Chef show before? Yay! We have one! I have, yeah. Who's heard of at least Pampered Chef before? You, yay! So that's great. So it's a variety of cooking utensils and tools. They have a few pantry items as well, some spices that are wonderful for making your own homemade dips. They have glazes and other things that are great, but mostly it's all about the tools. In the scrap cooking world, it's always whoever has the most tools wins. I think that might also transfer to the kitchen.
I'm thinking it might. So I'm going to have everybody come up here to the counter, and you can just kind of round around the counter here so you can see. I need to be down at counter level to make this work for you.
You guys just are in and stand in front of me.
Okay, just don't put that in front of her.
So,
I'm going to see how this works.
Is that okay?
Yeah, no, here it is.
and so I'll take your utility knife.
Okay, I'll get you
So
some.
this is good because I bought one of these things.
There's
I couldn't use it with my hands, so now I know how to use it.
So Krista, I want you to tell them about the utility knife. What do we know so far about this?
We know that it's a one piece of steel that was made for the handle and forged for the knife, and so it's one solid piece, and it is
This is where you learn that you're pampered, not perfect. Really.
There you go.
and so it's one solid piece from tip to end, and it has a balanced weight in your hand, so it's comfortable, and you're not feeling that you're pressing on it. It makes it very easy for cutting. They make these in several different styles of knives. We actually have it up here with our bread knife. They have fish knives, chef's knives, etc.
And she actually has a display on this round table if you want to look at more of the collection. You ever watch the cooking shows and you see the chefs are always wiping off their knives? I always thought it was just, made it cool on the TV show that they looked important. But it's actually wiping anything acidic off. You always want to wipe that off your knife. You don't want to leave that on the counter to dry because it's acid that can cause little pits in your knives, and that's the one thing that can damage your knife. So what you see on TV, there's usually a purpose behind it. Here's a little tip when you're buying pineapple. How do you know if it's a fresh pineapple or not? And
It doesn't come in a can.
That is true, but there's more. So when you're at the store, if you want to pull one of the leaves, and if they pop out easy, and it's before you cut it off, then that's going to tell you it's fresh. If you have to pull hard on it, that's probably one that's been sitting on the shelf for a little longer. Another trick they say, I just must not have the nose for pineapple, is that you can smell the bottom of the pineapple and you should smell a little sweetness. Doesn't necessarily have to be smell like pineapple, but you get that sweet scent to it. So, but if you're a person who doesn't like to have the fruit and smelling and everybody looking at you in the produce department, that leaf trick is really, really a good one. So you always want a flat surface whenever you're cutting whatever kind of utensil that you're using. But this is our pineapple wedger. Because of the fibers that are in pineapple, how many of you are used to maybe seeing an apple wedger in the past? An apple wedger we just push down, but when you have a pineapple, you're going to rock it.
Yeah. Our goggles.
And she has a really great cutting board right here that when you flip it over, it has a little groove. I really did squash myself. So you see how we're getting the juice all around here. So it's better to do it. But that's a good sign for this piece of fruit, isn't it? And then you're simply going to pull this out. There is, in the catalog, it's called the corn scraper. It's not called the scraper. But it takes the corn off the kernels off the cob. And you can use that same tool and scrape the inside of this and get up to about a cup of crushed pineapple, so you never want to have to waste any of your fruit that way. So a little piece of bonus to have with it. Okay. Which one? Oh, look. And this is where I missed. You want to take this and then you're going to push it all the way down. Now this is going to come out nice and easy.
I would have never thought of that.
No, I went to either.
I haven't cut pineapple yet this season. I have to get back in the swing of things. And that would really help with all my juice, wouldn't it? No, not yet. So sorry. That's my fault.
I want to be on her.
I'm getting it home. She's like me. I'm like, okay, I want to be out there.
So when Krista asked me to bring this, and I said, oh, do you have the apple wedger? I've got a little trick to show you. And then if you take this and you line up the lines with what we've already cut here, so now doesn't it look like a nice came out of a candle pineapple? So you line this up this way. Oh, so much better. Go down this way, and now we're going to have 10 skewers of beautiful pineapple. Now that grilling season is upon us.
So did you rock that one too to get through it, or you just pressed down?
I just pressed down on it.
Which is what you do with an apple.
Yeah, and sometimes, depending on the pineapple, you might have to rock it a little bit. Great question, but this time it went really smoothly. And so, if you kept them in the skewers, if you talk to a pineapple plantation person, the sweetness of the pineapple varies from one end to the other. So when you have a skewer of pineapple, you get the whole range of the sweetness of your pineapple. Very good to put on your grill. Just grill it a minute or two on each side, and it'll be a whole different flavor you've not had before. So there's your little tip on your pineapple and apple wedgers.